What is this large bronze metal object with a skinny base engraved with a fish scale design? It's connected to 2 metal spinning rings, fastened by 4 metal twist bolts. My girlfriend found this while thrift shopping, and we have zero clue what it could possibly be. Any ideas? It's a brass gimbal for an oil lamp, meant to be mounted in the ship's cabin, made in England in the early 20th century. It's missing a removable oil reservoir that fits into a gimbal body with a weighted brass flattened ball for gimbal balance. This would hold the lamp upright in even the heaviest seas. What is this small sachet I found in an abandoned military area in Bavaria, Germany? Approximately 5 by 6 centimeters. It has for external use only, printed on the front, and a manufacturing date of 1985 is printed on the back. It's presumably made of an outer plastic layer and an inner layer made from something metallic. Thank you all for helping. It's a decontamination training wipe for chemical attacks, containing only alcohol. You can tell because it's blue. A real one would be green. If your skin were to get contaminated by a chemical agent, you would use one of these wipes to clean it off immediately. There's a second wipe that says packet number 2, which cleans off the cleaner from the first wipe because that stuff is not very good for you. Primarily, they absorb the chemicals so that your body does not. We were told in a real situation you do not want that stuff in contact with your skin very long because it's removing your outer layer of skin. But better that than die from nerve agent poisoning. What is this ornate copper and metal vessel with the face? I believe it is from Asia somewhere, about 48 centimeters tall, and the face part opens to reveal a space inside. This is a piece that has been in our family since I can remember. My mum bought it in India, but I don't know the origin. She claimed it had something to do with putting coals inside to heat a room or bed. Does anyone have a clue what this could be? It's an antique Tibetan-Mongolian incense potholder burner from the 19th or early 20th century. The smoke from the incense purifies the ritual space, alerts the gods that a ritual is about to be performed, and draws the gods to the altar. What is this handheld cast iron tool? It weighs about 15 pounds and is 3 feet long, with 2 wooden handles, and looks like it's designed to be turned. I found it in an old garage in East County, San Diego. Do you have any ideas on what this could be? It's a cast iron Horace Greeley grill from the 19th century, made by the Campbell Foundry Company of Harrison, New Jersey. It's a tapering fan-shaped grill with a grease reservoir and turned wooden handle, designed to drain off the fats from grilling. What is this pair of dark wooden objects carved like fish? Around 6 inches long, flat on one side with rings in the middle and paired metal discs in their mouths. We found it among the effects of my late great-grandmother. We are from the US, but she lived in India for many years before World War II. We estimate they could be anywhere from 60 to 100 years old. There is no writing on them that we could find, other than a sticker she put on the back with her name and address. This makes us think they may have been something she took along with her somewhere, such that she'd have been worried about losing them and wanted them to be able to be returned. Any ideas? These are 19th century kartal clappers from India, an ancient instrument mainly used in devotional and folk songs. They are hand-carved from wood depicting fish with beveled brass discs in their mouths. One is a little higher in tone than the other, one is male and one is female, held in each hand with the thumb or finger through the brass ring handle. What is this 3-inch metal cap with holes found buried at a beach in Suttons Bay, Michigan? I'm unsure as to what type of metal it is made of, but it's not very thick. I came across this item while wandering along the beach. I noticed a crevasse in a small cliff near the water, shined my phone light inside, and saw this little object half buried inside the crack in the dirt, about 3 or 4 feet down. I asked several people what they thought it was, and my grandpa suggested perhaps some sort of jar lid. We looked up many pictures of what old lids might look like, but nothing came very close to looking like this. I found this item about 3 years ago now, and I still don't have an answer as to what it is. Any ideas or help would be appreciated. It's part of an old chick waterer from around the 1940s, with a clear glass top and a galvanized metal tray. These feeders have done a great job of keeping the chickens and probably lots of other barnyard fowl watered for many, many years. What are these painted cat fairy tale boxes? I found them in the attic of an old house built in the 1920s in the US. What are these and when were they made? Are they hand painted? Thanks for your help. They are late 19th century factory-made nesting boxes for toddlers. They're not painted, those are chromolithographs on the outside. They are highly collectible. Just don't try to clean them. It could damage them. Just lovely. My friend's mom is an antique dealer, and she is completely stumped by this. Possibly from India and mid-century, because the person who owned it worked there frequently, but there are no identifying markings on it saying India. The door on the front does open and close, it does not rotate, is not magnetic, and is approximately 10 inches tall and 10 inches wide. Any idea what this thing is? It's an antique biscuit barrel, an English silver-plated decorative jar dating to the mid-Victorian period, circa 1860. A rare and most unusual design in a cylindrical shape with a hinged lid. What is this wooden and metallic thing I found in an antique store in Texas? It has a wooden handle with a metal loop and metal pieces in the middle. I guess it's a rug beater. You hang up the rug on a clothesline and beat it to get dust and dirt out. Does anyone know anything about it? It's a sistrum, a musical instrument of the percussion family, a form of rattle, used most notably by the ancient Egyptians in dances and religious ceremonies, particularly in the worship of the goddess Hathor. But this is not that old, although the mallet it's built into is. The sound-making discs or other objects that would have been on it have likely rotted, rusted, disintegrated, or were somehow removable. I found this at an antique store and the owner didn't even know what it was. The stick in the middle moves up and down and locks in whenever you put that piece of wood in the notches. I found it in Saugerties, New York, in an antique shop that sold a lot of things from the 50s to 70s. Any idea what this is made for? Please let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.